Good morning, Michael. Here's your machine, the Breville Barista Express BES870 in Cranberry red. Machine is in really good condition, in and out, honestly. As you saw in the photos, it is, obviously I use machine. It does have the scratches around the front, and then on the left, but nothing too major if I'm being honest. And on the inside it's like new, absolutely no issues. I've done all the cleaning, descaling and testing. It passed all the tests, so it's pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to make a coffee in this video, a latte this morning, so just to show you how the machine works and confirm that it's got no problems. Firstly, I like to begin by running a blank shot to warm up the machine. You can warm up the machine by letting it stay on standby passively for like 20 minutes. That's going to warm up your cups. The cup is slightly warm now, but if you want it to be nice and hot and give you a good cup of coffee, you want it to be hot. So you want to run a blank shot for that. So you'll put on your handle without any coffee, put your cup underneath, press the double. You want to do that once or twice. Up to you really. But I think once should be okay for now. We'll put that on the side. I'm going to grab the portafilter and take it out. You want to dry the portafilter before grinding. So this basket here is the double basket. Your machine comes with all four. So 2 of the single wall variety and 2 of the dual wall variety. Single wall variety are for using the grinder and grinding your beans fresh. This will give you a better coffee and better crema. The dual wall baskets are for beginners or for coffee that's pre-ground. Those ones will be easier to use and will give you more consistent pressure, but won't give you as good a taste or as good a crema as the single wall. So this one is the one I would recommend. It takes 18 grams of ground coffee, so I've dried it thoroughly now, and I'm going to use my scale to measure 18 grams. You don't really need a scale, but it's recommended for consistency and troubleshooting coffee. At the moment the machine is on grind size number 6. So grind size number 6. Grind size number 6 is sort of close to the finer end of the scale. Number 1 being the finest. The finer the coffee, the smaller the number, the slower the flow of the coffee. So it will come out slowly if it's really, really fine, and it's going to come out really quickly if the grind size is too large and coarse. Grinder mount is at 2 o'clock position, and the filter size is on single. I like to do it in 2 steps rather than in one go. My first dose. Let's see how much we got. We got about 8.3 grams. So that's not quite 9 grams. So I'm gonna top it up to 9 grams. Okay. So if you want to manually grind, you just hold the button and it'll grind for as long as you hold. That's how you top it up. Whereas if you click it, it'll grind for this long. So I've put it on 3 o'clock position. Hopefully it'll give me closer to 9 grams. Just filling up my milk jug here to save some time. You want to use fresh cold milk. I'm using cow's milk. Let's see. Okay, we'll go around 9 grams as well this time. So I'm going to keep it around 3 o'clock. It may give you around 9 grams plus or minus a little bit. So with these beans, I'm going to keep it there. With your beans, you might have to increase or decrease the grind size or the amount. Obviously, different beans will require different settings. Not all beans are created equal. I'm going to tamper it nice and firm with the tamper here. Make sure you apply even pressure and make sure that it's flat and not tilted to one side. You'll notice that the depth of the tamper will be the same as this. I mean, the depth that it goes to will be the same as this silver part on the tamper. It's like a rough guide as to how much coffee you should have in the portafilter after you tamp. So if you don't have a scale, or if you're in a hurry, just look at the depth of the tamper after you press. This is what it looks like. Nice and smooth surface. You want to clean the edges as well before locking it in. And by the way, the tamper here, like I said, the machine doesn't have a lot of cosmetic issues. One of the small ones is a small chip on the tamper here. Nothing too bad, honestly. You can, yeah, you can't see it from a distance. Clean the edges and lock it in. You don't have to lock it in all the way. It is a relatively fresh rubber seal still on it, so in the middle should be fine. I'm gonna get rid of the water in my cup. If you wanted to warm up your cup, you can also use the hot water tap. You can use this for long black coffees or tea bags, etc. I like to use it for to dissolve the sugar, because I like to add sugar to my coffee. So just a little bit of hot water helps, right from the hot water tap. Right, filter coffee machine is ready to make coffee now. So I wanted to say that the buttons here are programmable, so they come from factory at like 60 mils of water and 100 mils of water approximately. You can change them. If I were to make a coffee on this, it will probably give me too much coffee. At the moment, what I'm aiming for is a 36 gram yield. So we put in 18 grams. We want to get double of that in terms of espresso. So 18 grams ground coffee in, 36 grams of liquid espresso out. So I'm going to aim for 35 to 40. Anything around that is going to make me happy. But yeah, if I use the default setting, I won't be getting 40, I'll be probably getting closer to 60. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reprogram the button for you. I'll show you how to do that, it's quite easy. So you make your coffee, you grind your coffee, you press it down on the tamper, lock the portafilter, etc. Put your cup underneath, and then you can program. Press the program button, and you press the button you want to program. I'm going to program the double, so, and then I'm going to stop it when it's reached the desired volume. I'm also going to time it for you, just to see how good of a shot this is. Make sure you keep an eye on the pressure gauge. You want it to be in the grey zone, maybe even closer to the end of the grey zone. And it's sitting right on 12 o'clock. Very, very nice. Let's stop it right there. Yeah. So slightly a bit too quick, I can say, if I'm being honest. But we still got, a decent amount of pressure. The flow was nice and smooth. We got 38 grams, which is perfect. Let me show you. 38 grams. We've got some good crema on there. It looks really good. Maybe by empirical standard, it's a bit too quick. So it was around 18 seconds. Usually, I would aim for it to be. Sorry, just setting up my phone. I would aim for the shot to take around 20 to 30 seconds. So it was just under 20 seconds, but doesn't mean that it's a bad shot. And with the whole process of coffee making, you don't have to stick to the numbers. I mean, even if you get a bit more or a bit less, if it tastes good, that's all that matters. Yeah, this tastes really good. I'm happy. I'm going to put it on the side. And let's just quickly clean the machine, take out the portafilter, knock it into a jug or a knock box, and then flush. That's going to clean the shower spring and the portafilter in one go. nice to grab a tissue, wipe this, wipe that. Just get rid of any excess coffee grounds. As you see, there's always a bit left, so it's good to stay on top of cleaning those. The machine will also sometimes remind you to do the cleaning cycle or the descale cycle. I've already done those, so you don't have to. But in the future, if you're not sure which one to do, because this one has both cleaning cycles, just ask me or Google it. There's heaps of tutorials on YouTube for this machine, since it's really popular. So that's good. Keep the machine nice and clean, nice and dry. Now it's time to steam, so just turn on the steamer. It'll probably take about 10-15 seconds to reach temperature for the steam output to start. Just be patient with it. Once it starts, you want to turn it off. Position your jug, turn it back on. The technique you'll have to probably learn. First you want to get a jug, a milk jug that's made of metal. You want to fill it halfway with milk. Position the jug close to the edge and at an angle so that it spins it, and also keep the tip close to the surface of the milk. So right now I'm injecting air into the milk, keeping that tip close to the surface. It's going to make that paper tearing sound, you know, tearing a piece of paper. Like a hissing sound. That indicates to me that I'm injecting air into the milk, which is good. You want to do that for around 20 seconds. But not for too long, otherwise the milk will be too bubbly, too frothy. And then after that, 20 seconds or so, just raise the jug, dunk the tip deeper into the milk, and just continue spinning the milk. So no longer injecting air, just spinning it and heating it up in a vortex, and then turning it off when it's too hot to the touch. So if you have a thermometer, which my jug has, it'll probably be around 55 or 60 degrees Celsius. So just right there. Slowly take it out, give the wand a purge, turn it back off. The purge is important to keep the tip clear of any milk residue. And then grab a towel, wipe. As you see, the machine will cool down and it will go back to espresso mode. Once you see the buttons light up, that means it's ready to go. Make another espresso shot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not sure if there's anything else I wanted to cover. That's pretty much how to make a coffee, how to keep your machine clean. If you are struggling with making a coffee, just double check the pressure and the speed of the coffee. If the coffee is coming out too quick, make it one number finer and try again. If it's coming out too slow, make it one number larger and try again. Or just ask me if you're not too sure. Let's see what we got. So grab your jug, knock it on the counter to break any big air bubbles, and then swirl it around to mix it up and break those smaller air bubbles. You want to have a consistency almost like wet paint or melted ice cream. And then if you're skilled enough, you can do some latte art, which I usually don't. End up with. All that matters to me is the taste. So yeah, that's a latte on the Barista Express. Let me show you the final result. There she is, a lot of crema. Not particularly appealing design. I mean, you can do that if you are more skilled than me. A lot of people can do latte art on the Barista Express or other Breville machines. But yeah, I'm sure you'll love it. This is the machine. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Thanks.